This video, I'm going to go through section B. This is now May, paper 11,
Section B.
2022. Let's listen to what they say.
You will hear 3 extracts of music from around the world. Each extract will be played 4 times, with a pause between each playing. Music B1. You will hear an extract for instruments. Read through the questions now.
So then you have time to read through the questions. Name the melody instrument. You have a whole list of the instruments that you need to know. How is sound produced on this instrument? So is it bowed? Do you blow into it? Do you pluck a string? How is this instrument accompanied during the first half of the extract? Where does this music come from? Now you need to know the different parts of the world and give 2 reasons for your answer. Do not repeat any information already given in your answers to question 10. So if you name an instrument that accompanies this instrument, you can't give that same reason in 11B.
Now listen to music B1 and answer the questions.
Now you have one specific world music where you hear a drone. And in that world music, we always have a rhythm, we always have a drone, we always have a melody. Now the melody instrument is the one that sounds a lot like the human voice. And you could hear that strings are involved, so I'm sure that you could answer that one, how sound is produced. The first half is the part where the drum is not playing
Music
yet.
B1, second playing.
I'm sure you can hear where this music comes from, and then give 2 reasons for your answer. So if you mention that instrument that gives the accompaniment there, don't mention it here again. And there the drum starts. Typically from India, and the instruments that you need to know is the bansuri, the bamboo flute. It was not the bamboo flute. The sitar, it was not the sitar. The sarangi, that's the instrument that sounds a lot like the human voice. And the tabla, the drums. And then if you have to give reasons for your answer, we have pitch bending, lots of ornaments, the drone, the meend is that sliding bending. And as I said, we always have a melody, always a rhythm, and always a drone. So I'm sure that you could hear that this music comes from India. So let's look at their mark sheet. Instrument there was the sarangi, and I played with a bow. And the accompaniment was the tambura, the drone. That was in the beginning before you had the drums. The music is from India. And if you go through the videos that I have on YouTube and go through your notes, you will see that we always have the structure of an alap, the yor, and the yala. Now, I know it's Indian music because in the beginning I've got the free rhythm. It's unmetered at the start. I hear pitch bending, the sliding, the meant, ornamentation. They play a raga. And a raga is that melody that you hear. It's more than a melody, it's a scale. And the tabla enters later when the pitch or the rhythm is more established, when there's a clearer sense of pulse. So we have, even if you say there, it's Indian because you always have a melody, always have a drone, and always have a rhythm. You will get a mark. But go through that accompaniment. The accompaniment right in the first part, it's accompanied on the tambura, on the drone instrument. Now let's look at some of the YouTube videos that I have in order for you to revise your Indian music. I will also in the description box give you a link to this video where I discuss Indian world music. Always a melody, always a rhythm, always a drone. So I have the introduction there, the different instruments you can go through there. I have the whole section of how you see the structure and the building blocks, the ragas, the talas I have there. The structure is there. The alap and the yor and the yala I have there. And then give reasons why this music is Indian. So I've got the whole video of this that you can go through. Hindustani instrumental music. Now this year, the focus is the Indian music. So in this video, I will also post this in the description box. I don't think they will ask you Indian music in the unprepared listening because this is your prepared listening. And I will also copy the link of the world focus Indian music that I made for this year. Now let's go back to the question paper B2, and you will hear an extract for voice and instruments. Look at the skeleton score and read through the questions 12 to 14. Now I see a question counting 2 and then 3 and then 1. And I can already tell you that if I see notes written out, I don't have a lot of options of music that sounds quite Western. With a key signature, let's see. After the music printed above is heard, it's immediately repeated. How is the music different on the repeat? So of course I'm going to look at my Dr. Smith. Describe in detail the accompaniment to the voice. So if I describe that, is the melody repeated in the accompaniment? I can talk about the instruments, about the effects they have, and where does this music come from? So let's listen to this music. Let's first listen to this.
En tu pelo tengo yo el cielo, en tus brazos el calor, el sol en tus ojos tengo luz de luna y en tus lágrimas sabor de mar en tu boca y un panal de mieles y en tu aliento escucho ya Todos por tus ojos y tu boca, por tus brazos y tu pelo, por tus lágrimas y voz, me muero.
So I'm sure that you could hear that this music comes from Latin America.
Music B2.
So let's listen after the music printed above his head. It's immediately repeated. How is the music different on the repeat? So other instruments take over the melody and the trumpets, they do something else.
En tu pelo tengo yo el cielo, en tus brazos el calor, el sol en tus ojos tengo luz.
So the trumpets enter later on. First it's the violins.
En tu boca hay un panal de miel, siento aliento, escucho ya. Todos por tus ojos y tu boca, por tus brazos y tu pelo, por tus lágrimas y voz, me muero.
So the melody is an octave lower when it's repeated, and it was played by the violins, the strings, not played by the trumpets. It's played in unison, not harmonized. It's more legato, less staccato. Listen to that repeat now. You hear it's less staccato. The trumpets add a stab chord.
En tu pelo tengo yo el cielo,
Up pitch, you're going up.
el sol en tus ojos tengo luz.
So the trumpets play staccato note interjections. And I hear the strumming chords on the guitars. So when music is written out like that, and it sounds like a Western type of music, it is from Latin America. So while you listen to it, read through what I have there. You hear the more legato line and the stabbing of the trumpets.
En tu pelo tengo yo
You hear the arpeggio going up, violins play legato, and the staccato jabs from the trumpets, and you hear the strumming of the guitars.
Todos por tus ojos y tu boca, por tus brazos y tu pelo, por tus lágrimas y voz, me muero.
I also have YouTube videos on Latin American music that I will add in the description box. So I hope that you understand the B1 and the B2 sections of this question paper, and good luck with your studies.